Aloha, my dear friends, and welcome to today's episode of I Am Aloha, coming home to your true self. Today's the first episode that I'm recording here from Hawaii, the big island. I'm in Pahoa, and yeah, I'm in this beautiful garden of my kumu. My kumu is my teacher that is spending with me a whole immersion of 4 weeks here on Hawaii. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of the things that I'm learning, but also mainly all the things that I've been realizing and finding on my path to my true self, to share, to see if it inspires you. Basically, I'm learning that is similar to the storytelling that has always been taught in the Hawaiian culture. By telling you my story, I hope to inspire you. And today I wanted to talk to you about belonging, because belonging, I feel like, especially people like us, the multiculturals, multiracial people, tend to look for something like that. Not all of us, not everybody that has multiracial background has the yearning to find a belonging somewhere. But some of us do, and those are the ones that I'd like to talk to, because that's what happened to me. I remember that I would always deny certain parts of my own culture. And that I always tried to belong for whatever place I was in. But at the same time, denying other parts of myself. Because there's the wind trying to butt in. Or maybe tell me or confirm what I'm saying, but that's how it was for me. I remember I would try to, and I wouldn't even realize, but I was trying to fit in so strong and so hard, and the only thing that I was actually wanting was a place that I could belong to, a group of people I could belong to, sort of like my tribe. Find the people that will be similar to me. And the hard part to learn, or the one thing that I had to realize at some point, and it came more and more through the acceptance of who I was, that I realized that I felt that I belonged somewhere because I was in my own strength. I was more in my being. You know, like, the more I accepted who I was, and the more I was in my own power, the more I was my true self, the more I felt like I belonged somewhere. And this goes out for everything. I belong to the place where I'm at right now. I belong to the people I'm with at this moment. And this can be, for some of you, you know that I started traveling. I started my traveling, my nomad life a couple of months ago. It's going to be more than over a year now. And the weird thing is that the moment I started doing this, I felt so grounded. I felt so rooted. And I believe it wasn't because of the place that I was at, but it was more of the person that I had become and what I was doing, because what I was doing in that moment was actually what my heart, my soul, my whole being wanted to be. I was being true to myself, and I was following this calling, this whatever my heart wanted in that moment. And by doing that, I started to be my true self, and I started to belong somewhere, because the only place we can actually belong to is ourselves. It's in our heart, it's in our soul, in our whole being. That's where we belong. Anything else outside can change. And this also works for people that are not traveling. I'm not saying go and travel. That's not what I'm saying. I hope you understand that. But I think that if you're not someone that travels, I think that even if you're at the same place, because I remember not feeling like I didn't belong, even though I was in my place. I had a steady job. I had the group of friends that I would always have all the time, and I still felt like I didn't belong. So I believe that the feeling of belonging somewhere doesn't come from anything outside of us. I believe that the feeling of belonging someplace has mainly to do with what I feel inside. And because if I feel like I belong to myself, then I belong to wherever I am in that moment. And if I don't have the feeling of belonging, then I should go on a search and find out why. What am I missing? What am I not doing properly? Because it's not saying that the people are bad or the places were bad where I was at. That's not, because it's not true. They were all good, and it was a good place, and it was good people. But it was just not my place and not my people in that moment. I still have the same people around me, and I'm glad and I'm thankful because they built part of my ohana. And they built part of my belonging, where I belong to, my family, my places where I feel home. But I feel, and I was telling this to my sister, because I was spending so much time during the summer in Germany with everybody, and a moment came where I started feeling like I was losing myself. And the moment I got on a plane, it all changed. I was like, okay, now I'm fine. Now I'm back where I belong, because that's my truth, my inner truth. And what I'm trying to say is that when you put yourself on a journey to find your inner truth, you're going to find your place where you belong, wherever that is. And I believe it's not a place. At least it's not a physical place outside of us. I believe it's a place that lives inside of us. And we can find that when we put ourselves out there and find the way to that place. So that's from me, sending you a big, big hug and a lot of aloha here from Big Island. Yeah, I'll be updating you on more. I'm learning so much every day that I can't put it into words this fast. I'm going to need to put this all in the right, it needs time to sink in as well, but I hope that I can give you a couple of updates every now and then. And hopefully I will soon start with interviews of other multiracial, multiculturals, cosmopolitans, like multi-people like us. I'm still finding a word for us, because I feel like third culture children or third culture child is too big. So I'm gonna find a name for us, for us globals. Nah, that doesn't sound good too. Doesn't matter, we'll find it. Maybe we'll find it even together. So if you have any suggestions as to how we can call our tribe or our community, let me know. And yeah, I'm wishing you a great weekend. Hope you have a good time, and sending you a big aloha mahalo, a big thankful, grateful, loving, grateful thank you. A big loving thank you to all of you for listening in, or to you especially for listening in today. I hope this inspired you to find the place you belong to, and to just be happy. Bye.